Hey, Force Spice. This week we're talking about fandoms, and specifically creepy fandoms. But to me, like for me personally, I think anybody could take anything and make it creepy. The right person, the right situation, it can get. But I knew what kind of fan I was, like forever. I've always felt this way, but I really realized it when I went to Comic-Con for the day back in 2009 to see the Doctor Who panel. And I went in there and I was in a room full of thousands of people. I went on my own. And it, when they came on the stage, people were just screaming so much. And I understand at concerts you're meant to scream. It's what you do. And then, like, if you go to different events, you cheer people when they come on. But this was intense. I'm pretty sure people were crying. And I don't want to... It's like people can like things. And I don't want to ever be like... oh, they couldn't like this, or they shouldn't to know it's so horrible, and whatever. But it's, I just kind of sat there and I thought, I could do that job. I could be on that stage. They're not any different than me. Can we calm down for a minute? And after that experience, I was just like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do that. And I just decided I didn't really like conventions. But then over the years, I mean, everyone knows, like I said in my first video thing, Patrick Stump is great. And like throughout the years, I've always had someone that I've been like, yeah, cool. Not to go Andrew Lincoln on you. And if you get that, that's wonderful. But it's self-preservation type of thing, at least for me. Because when I have that, I don't have to think about the heartache, because it's a distraction. It's something nice, so focus more on that. I think the main difference is I realize they're people with their own lives. And Meg was talking about the imbalance of knowledge, and that's massive. But even with all the interviews and even with everything that you could watch from someone, you never really know someone. You don't know them. And that's a huge mistake. People think they know these celebrities and they know these people. And, oh, I don't like celeb gossip stuff. Freaks me out. I don't like those magazines. I don't like hearing about it. I don't like the shows. People talk about it at work all the time. I'm like, who cares? Stop. Just stop. So, yeah. You know, saying all that, I went through a lot of stuff when I was younger. I mean, I loved Harry Potter stuff and I mean, a lot of crazy stuff, but I'm not, there's a line, a definite line, and I always make sure to keep a foot on the ground and in reality, so I never lose touch with that. But for instance, Fall Out Boy, right? I got into the music about 1.5 years ago after ignoring it when I was in high school, which was ages ago because I'm old. But I got into it, and at that time, it was a way for me to find that strength I knew I always had, and I've never really lost, but I just misplaced it at the time because I was going through a very bad, emotionally abusive situation. So that helped me get through that. And then I was like, hey, that lead singer, he's nice and talented, and he has a real passion for this. Like, I like him, count me in, I'm on board with that. And my friends will say whatever, and they tease me about a lot, and yeah, whatever, but I enjoy it, and it's nice, and it helps me. And he's just a person with a job, and he does his thing, but for right now, he's my distraction. And I'll reblog the hell out of things, but I would never approach him in the street. I don't tweeting people. It's like Meg said again, the contact. That's where no, there's a definite line with that kind of thing. So this is my interesting little twist on this, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, well, that creepy fan stuff, yeah. But then, oh yeah, well, I like this one person, yeah, blah, but you know, blah. Going on with it, whatever. Summer I kind of broke my own rules, and I signed up to do the Fall Out Boy meet and greet. And I was really looking forward to it, but I was also really nervous because it's awkward as hell. And I didn't want to be around a whole bunch of people like I was at the Doctor Who convention. I was like, no, please. But at the same time, I knew it would really help me because I had a really tough year and a really bad summer. And I knew it would be good for me. And so I pushed through for it. And just because like taking a little picture and having that, it's just an added fun experience to the concert. And, you know, I have that, I could look back and it's for memories and stuff. And you never know what they're going to be like though, because they have to be there and they have to stand there and talk to all these people. And it's exhausting, I can imagine. And I'm just like, oh no. So I had no expectations. I'm like, I'm just going to get a picture and go and just be happy with this and have fun at the concert. But they were so nice. Like, I went around and I'm just so glad I did it. Like, they were all smiles. And like, as we took the picture, Patrick was hugging me tighter. And I'm like, because I asked for a group hug because I'm super homesick. And they were just so nice. But I'm sure there's days where they're not as, you know, accommodating, and they're not so nice because they're people and they have moods. And it's when people go and they're like, oh, they weren't that nice that day, they weren't that talkative. I'm like, they have a right to feel like that. Like, you can't, just because you pay for something doesn't mean they owe you anything. And just because people expect so much and they'll take it from you. And the whole fame thing bothers me. Just gets under my skin sometimes. So yes, I had a wonderful experience and Patrick was wonderful. I left there just going, he's so nice. And because it just shocked me, he didn't have to be. And he might not always be that nice or feel in that good of a mood. And that's fine. But I had such a good experience and I'm so glad I did it. I just, again, firm grip on reality. You have to. No expectations of anything, ever. They're people. I think that's the main moral of my whole story thing. But for the sake of those celebrities or whatever, or famous people, or people that are just known, whatever capacity it is, you hope for their sake that people do remember at the end of the day we're all just human. And you can't lose that. That's just pivotal to the whole thing. Being a fan is fantastic and wonderful, and you can really enjoy a lot of things. And I don't even know if I'm looking at the camera right because the way I have to hold it. Guys, I filmed this like 10 times. I'm really tired and I have to go to the store, and I still have to do a lot of things this week. I'm so tired. But I figured I'd film it today, and then even though it's going up tomorrow. But yeah, I've filmed it so many times. I'm dying. So forgive me. My nose I'm a mess. There was cat hair all over me. There's a fine line with this stuff. And I don't think there's any kind of straightforward answer with this. I think it's based on individual basis sort of thing. I just don't. I don't see how you could say it's inherently creepy when you can enjoy something in a healthy manner. So yeah, not inherently creepy, but yeah, it can be. People can make a lot of things creepy. This world's it's a bit of a crazy place. You spend enough time on Tumblr and you find enough things that freak you out. Bye, bye. Bye, Four Spice. I look forward to everyone else's video. You guys are super nice, and yeah, you guys are super nice, and I look forward to everyone else's video, and I love all of you a lot, and you guys, and yeah, I don't know how to end videos, okay?